look easy.
Well, one-on-one, Kelvin Gastelum, middleweight championship contender. Mate, thanks for giving us some of your time.
Yeah, man, it's almost time to throw down, man. It's been a while in the making. This is the longest layup that I had in my career. So I'm actually just excited to get in there and throw some hands.
A very different set of circumstances now here the last time we spoke to you. Obviously hugely disappointed with, you know, how Melbourne played out. Yeah. The power of a bit of hindsight. How do you feel about that whole experience now?
Yeah, obviously we were gutted, man. All my energies, all my thoughts and emotions were pointed towards this one objective, and the day of the fight, that's just kind of taken from you, and it does something to you emotionally and psychologically. I went through that already, through that phase, and at this point, I'm just happy that I'm able to fight. I'm able to fight for a belt. Not surprised by the matchup at all. You know, actually, me and Izzy kind of wrote our fight. He was very vocal about wanting to fight me for an interim title. Not even an interim title. He wanted Robb to get stripped. I said I wanted to fight for the interim title while Robb was out, and we pretty much made the fight happen. In my opinion, you know, I knew that he was going to be next in line to fight, and so it happened.
And do you like the matchup? You had the perspective of seeing him fight, I guess, given that you were sitting cage side for you know, the main event down there in Melbourne.
I was there in Melbourne, sitting cage side, and I saw a lot of things. Saw holes, definitely. Saw a lot of things where I can capitalize on. Obviously, I have a lot of respect for Izzy. He's a very skilled fighter, but you know, I've worked hard to get to this point. He's only been in here for a little bit of time, and he's already fighting for the world title. So it's gonna be really hard to beat me that night. I don't plan on anybody just getting by me so easily. I plan on taking that, and I hope to make a statement in this fight.
They say styles make fights, and you know, his style is very exciting to a lot of people. It's, you know, it's a youth injection with yourself and him. How do you like the stylistic matchup, and where do you see yourself holding those advantages?
Definitely like how there's a change of guard lately in the middleweight division. You know, these old contenders are kind of cycling out, on their way out of the sport, and these new contenders like Izzy, like Paulo Costa, like myself, like Robb. All these guys, we're all under 30 years old, and we're gonna be here for a while, and so it's kind of cool to see how the middleweight division is kind of changing guard. And you know, the next middleweight champ of this division has his work cut out for him. You know what I mean? With all these top contenders, all these rising stars coming up. But you know, that's part of the reason why I said I was very vocal about bringing legitimacy to this division. Is I want to be able to defend the belt back to back against all these big, you know, rising stars and contenders eventually that will be fighting for the title. You know, it's a hard fight. It's a very hard fight technically, just because how technical and how good Israel is. He's very observant. He's a very smart individual, you know. But I think my style has the answers to beat his style.
So what is the game plan for you then? How do you go in there and get your arm raised and walk out the new champion?
Well, to be honest, I don't ever really have a game plan. You know, obviously there's certain strategies that we follow. We focus on us. We focus on our game plan and what we're gonna do, and how I can better my game, you know, not just, you know, oh, Izzy's a striker, so I'm gonna take him down. That's not ever been me. I've always wanted to go in there and just kind of finish the fight, whether it was on the ground or standing. It's a little bit of bittersweet. You know, obviously, I wanted to fight Robb, the undisputed champion, and have that big fight against him. Things don't happen always the way you want them to, and you kind of just got to roll with the punches that life throws at you. So this is the next best thing, and this is what I wanted. I wanted to fight for the belt, and I got it. You know, I got to fight for the belt against one of the most, you know, creative strikers there is out there, and I feel like my style could definitely be his kryptonite, and I'm working towards it.